The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set 19. Alert, alert.
49 to Mike. 49 to Zach.
I got you. I can score.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
They'll run on first down. Cross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 49. He's scared. 49's the Mike. 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
49, guys. Mike. Come off the ball. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. And we're pretty quiet.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Ready for a right side here. Complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
I'm coming after you. Shift. Check 52. Switch.
Hey, boss. Here.
51's the Mike. Rabbit.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Carter. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
At 24.
49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Wild Bill. Begin.
On 2nd down, it's Cross, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch the screen. Mike's 49. Mike's echo.
You ain't doing nothing today.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
At 25.
49 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check girls.
On play action, it's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Sunday.
51. I got one. Mike 51.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. 20. Man 5-7.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Texans' 12-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. Complete. It's Henry. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and just build the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Wentz now to throw. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 64 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, Wentz. He's got Allen, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wentz to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. On second down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Open man, it's Allen. A good pickup there of 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Wentz will try again on second down. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
49 the mark. 49 the mark. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try the left side. It's Cross. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
55.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Bound to lose one.
Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
Come. 54.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On first down, it's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for TTQT. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Look, Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And 31.
Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Eric Sauber. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 49, guys. Watch QB draw.
54 down, he's coming.
Check hot route. Hot.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Now Wentz.
Here we go.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
357. Hey, exit.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cross. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. That's check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Who there? Who there? Mike 55, Mike 55.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They'll run on first down. It's Cross. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
47, 18. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. No. Off. To the car. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Off. 49.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Slam. Hey, 59. 49.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, forcing incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on to punt for Houston.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go. Great.
They fake the give. Now Wentz going deep for Benjamin. He's got a man complete. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw is Wentz. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Chargers first down.
Here we go.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. Waiting.
Check.
SOS.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Hey, let go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Complete. It's Henry. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running it here with Peyton. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. He'll get this to Eckler. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
We play to win. Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. To throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's our time. It's our time. Back. I can record. Watch it, yeah. You don't want none.
Throwing again. Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
We're good. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Mike 55.
Hey, Wahoo.
Check.
To throw is Wentz. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Zach Cunningham able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On is the Chargers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You're not ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Yeah. Kill.
Watson now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the run. Mike 55. Echo. Mike 55. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got, heavy.
Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.